fucking violent.
We have R34 mods today. My first time ever seeing another R34 in the wild, like actually driving. Well, it's not true. First time this trip seeing another 34 in the wild. Just an old dude driving an R34. Definitely me one day. Hi. Okay, so this. Welcome to my personal favorite GTR shop in all of Japan, Midori Seibi. For those of you that may not know or are just catching up or finding the channel, the whole purpose for me buying my R34 GTR was to give you guys an experience of what it's really like to have a car in Japan and what it's really like to have a car built in Japan. The first time I ever came to Tokyo, we visited this shop called Midori Seibi Center before I even had my GTR. I think I only had one GTR, the R32, and we came to visit and I just fell in love with this place. I fell in love with Uchinaga San, who's the owner, with his philosophy, the way he builds his cars. I mean, check this out. Midori Seibi has their own endless GTR brake kit. I mean, this place is just amazing. It's in the center of a city here in Tokyo. This place is just crawling with amazing GTRs and passion. I got to view their engine room the first time I ever came here, and seeing them piece together an RB26 in an air-controlled environment, meticulous, hearing Uchinaga San talk about his philosophy of being able to drive as hard as you possibly can while still being safe on the road. It's just amazing, and like I said, I fell in love with this place. That leads me to what we're doing today. We are getting my R34 GTR built here at Midori Seibi so I can give you guys the experience of what it's really like to have a car built at a Japanese tuning shop. Today what we're doing is engine maintenance, maybe like a little refresh. The ultimate goal for this car is before it goes to the US, I want to have the Midori high-spec engine put into the car. But before they can do that, there are some things that need to get done to my stock RB because that's what they use as a base for the high-spec engine. Previously, we have done the Midori high-power silent exhaust, titanium exhaust, and the Midori and Aragasa suspension, which is absolutely amazing. Probably one of my favorite mods, especially for the Toge. So this is Takashi-san. He's going to be helping us today, getting mileage, getting all the information on the car, and we're just going to figure things out really cool, really quickly, guys. The R34 that we saw coming in is actually owned by this older gentleman, and he's also thinking about doing a complete refresh engine like I'm doing in my R34. Absolute goals. If I'm not like 90 years old driving an R34, I don't know, man. With all that being said, also, Uchinaga-san and I are gonna have a conversation about what I want for the engine, what are my plans and all that stuff, and then we can kind of base it from there, but I doubt that any of the work will really be done today. We are gonna be getting an alignment. Next time I come to Japan, I'm actually racing the car at Fuji Speedway, so Uchinaga-san is going to help align the car for Fuji Speedway as well as Toge driving. It's gonna be awesome. So this is... You wanna look at the engine real quick? Yeah, please, please. So this is a car that we're currently doing an entire refresh on. So this was a chassis and engine refresh. Interior and exterior. And if you guys remember last time we were here doing the suspension, we actually saw this car completely apart. No engine, no interior, and now it's all put together. It looks really, wow. It looks really, really nice. Check this out.
They're gonna swap with the carbon hood.
Oh wow. Wow. Sugoi. Holy crap.
Oh my god, the setup is a bit old school.
Yeah, it's super old school, yeah. Wow. His previous setup right here, they just took out the engine.
Everything has been refurbished.
Yeah.
Engine has been taken out.
Like new gaskets, lines, seals, everything.
I think the starter one. Yeah.
1 So the R34 is in for the alignment. Shouldn't be too much, but ever since we did the suspension, we've driven, I would say, like 4,000 kilometers, and they wanted to come realign this car after driving that much, reset dampening, reset the alignment, make sure it's all good, and get me all set for track and toge driving, which is really, really cool.
You're gonna notice a difference right away.
Oh yeah, I mean, I noticed an immediate difference as soon as we put the coilovers on, but it's very cool that you're able to customize and spec your car and work with technicians directly on building what you want out of this car. And I just think that's the coolest experience ever, especially for when this car comes back to the States. It just has an amazing story. So, like I said, the technician's gonna get started working on the alignment and shouldn't be too long. Man, this is so cool. This alignment's gonna be sick.
It is.
So I come back in October, so the car will pretty much stationary until the time I come back after this. Well, we have a little bit of toge this weekend, but it's gonna be very, very nice to be able to drive this thing with a proper alignment. Ever since we did the suspension with the new tires, we never did an alignment. So this is gonna be perfect to make a big difference, and we kind of get a little tester this weekend at the toge.
So why Uchinaga San didn't, for those of you who don't know, if you put like suspension on, you guys do alignment. Why he didn't recommend us to do it at that moment is he wants to dial in this, so he wants to, you know, when you drive the suspension, it's gonna lower down a bit because you're gonna how do you say that? Compress it and all those stuff. So he doesn't want to do it at that moment because so it's gonna change the kind of alignment while you drive long distances. And since you drove 3,000 kilometers, over 3,000 kilometers on a chassis already with this current suspension setup, he said this is a prime time to get your suspension dialed in with the full alignment and stuff, so that the geometry change won't happen drastically compared to what was the original, which is to get a suspension, brand new suspension, and you just slam on an alignment.
Boom, that's the plan. It's gonna be great. So while they're aligning my car, I figured we'd walk around the parking lot, check out some of the awesome GTRs that are currently here. You guys probably remember this one. This is the Midori Seibi demo car. This is Uchinaga San's personal R32 GTR. Absolute beast. We took a ride in this the very first time I ever came to Japan, and that's kind of where, this is also where I got my Midori sticker on the back of my 32. So these are all also customer cars that they're getting ready to start on.
Look at the brakes, bro.
Oh, that's what I want, dude. So this is the Midori and endless brake setup here. Absolute goals, but that's also like $15,000 for brakes. That's crazy. Some really awesome skylines over here. Man, those back there have been there for a long time. Damn, dude, a real V-Spec 232 GTR. Damn, dude, these have been sitting back here forever. Look at this Stagia. Huge exhaust. But this Stagia has OG white TE37s. Man, imagine the stories that these cars have. If you look inside, there's like, oh, this is like stuck to the window. I can't really show you guys because you can't see through the camera, but all these cars have really cool little bits and pieces in them, like some cool gauges and some paperwork. Might be customer cars that just ended up not being able to pay or leaving the cars here, or I don't know. Definitely some cool stories to be told about these cars back here, but I think I remember these being here ever since the first time that I came here. And then we have this 33 that we saw coming into the shop today. This thing is so nice. Oh, it's got the Recaro inside too. Oh, the carbon Recaro, wow. That's actually pretty sick. Another great thing about Midori Seibi, every time you come, they give you apple juice. I don't know what the story is behind this, but every time we come, we get apple juice. So we come visit Uchinaga San here. He takes us to his favorite katsu place. It is some of the best katsu I've ever had in my entire life. So good. So we're gonna smash this, and by the time we get back, the car should be done from alignment. Currently, we're discussing our plans for the high-spec engine and what I want to do to the engine before it comes to the States. So kind of discussing plans and what I want to get out of the car. So good. Wow, just a casual Katsu lunch with an absolute GTR legend. We spent about an hour discussing my engine plans, so I'll tell you guys a little bit about that once we get back to Midori Seibi. But I'm very, very excited. It's gonna be quite the process, but it's gonna be awesome. We are back at Midori Seibi. I think he is still working on the alignment right now, so Masa can help translate a little bit because I couldn't really understand too much. But basically, Uchinaga San was telling me that there's two different ways we can go about refreshing my car. Either it's we use the current engine that's in the car right now, or we buy a bare bones block from Nissan and we build from that. Which that seems like more of the route that we're wanting to take, is buying a bare bones new block from Nissan and building off of that from what we have already. So
just the block.
Yeah, just the block. So we'll use my current head because it's already been warped and used, so we don't have to make those clearances anymore.
Yeah, no clearances issue whatsoever.
And then we'll use like the intake manifold, my all my accessory stuff on the block from my current engine on the new block. It's just better to have a new block so that he can start fresh and refresh from the ground up, basically.
So the things that need to be replaced are like all those water lines, oil lines.
Yeah.
Stuff that it's been used, and then stuff that it needs to be replaced will be replaced. But like the big stuff, like for instance, like intake plenum, those won't get warped out or anything.
No, we can still use those. And so like, what I want from my car, and this is what we discussed with Uchinaga San as well, is I don't want something that's crazy amount of power. I want something that's OEM plus. I want something that pretty much like a brand new engine that has a little bit more response. It can have a little bit more horsepower, but still keeping the twins, keeping it OEM plus, without making it crazy, because I want this car to come to the States as like a brand new GTR, and that's the plan. It's just going to be a little bit cooler because it's built by Midori Seibi at a true Japanese tuning shop. It's going to be awesome. And that is the plan, guys. So with that being said, we are not going to do any refresh today. We're going to save it for when we get the new block, since I decided to go that route instead of using my current block. So it'll be probably next year at some point when I can save enough to actually do this. But
because you bought a bunch of stuff that you can't even show it to people. But I know what you bought.
But yes, we're going to save up and then we're going to start that build next year and have fun with the car for now. Little things here and there we will still come to Midori Seibi for and get until we can actually do the high-spec engine.
They done so what it is, actually when they did the alignment, they re-tightened all these bushes to 1G forces.
Alignment's done, and they went ahead and checked and did like a overlook of the suspension too. So tightened any loose bolts, tightened all the bushings and stuff. Super nice. The Japanese tuning shop quality. Uchinaga San is now going to take the R34 for a test drive here to make sure it feels okay for him. So they adjusted dampening as well. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, it definitely feels a little bit different on the bumps. It's always so cool getting to see his route. He has like a certain way that he goes to test all of his cars on. Oh. Hi. He's about to check the dampening right now. So cool. Adjustments on the fly as he drives. This is what is so cool about this, is Uchinaga San actually takes the car out himself to test it and make sure that it's up to his level, up to his standards. And he actually rips the car on his own little circuit. Man. Oh my god. Big difference in suspension feel. Wow. Wish my Japanese was just a little bit better so we could communicate more, but I'll get there one day. One day we'll be able to sit in here and just have a regular conversation. That's like my ultimate goal with learning Japanese. 大丈夫ですか?
Good.
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 I think he approves.
Transmission oil change する.
So. He says that we need a transmission oil change though, because it's a little bit hard to get into gear. Okay, just you can actually visibly see they added a little bit more camber up in the front. Very cool. So we actually have new Cusco arms that are made for a 33 that Sato-san actually retrofitted to fit the R34 to be able to get this kind of alignment, which is really cool. I made sure they knew that we were going to the track in a few weeks, so they gave me a nice track setup, but also for toge and street. So sick. Just finished up with the trans change and he's actually pressure washing the underside of the GTR, cleaning the downpipe here and cleaning all of this grime from all of our driving. This is just so cool. This is like stuff that you really don't find anywhere else. Welcoming us in like this, letting us watch them work on the cars, and they even have one of their techs back there working on a dry carbon hood for their customers R33 that we get to check out. I mean, I don't know, this is just really cool. This is the exact experience I wanted you guys to have along here with me when I'm filming. I just think it's so cool. This is what it really is like, getting your car built at a Japanese tuning shop. It's pretty damn awesome.
Go ahead and drive around a bit.
Okay.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh.
What?
Ooh. No. The suspension.
Oh, it feels different, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Ooh.
Yeah, I told you, it feels different. It's hard to explain through the camera.
Oh my god, it feels more comfortable
Yeah,
now.
it does way better. He stopped up here after we got out. Dude, it feels way different, right? He stopped up here and actually adjusted it after driving for a little bit, but it feels way better.
Oh my god, yeah.
And the gearbox feels nice too. It was a little bit sticky to get the car into gear previously, but now it feels really nice. Super easy. Success. This is an awesome day at Midori Seibi. We didn't do anything crazy, but it's just like making your car better, which is what I love about his, like, what he does. Like, you don't need crazy things to just like make this car good, you know?
That's what I said. Ooh. That's what I said. Ooh, in the first part, because it's like I know this car before, like initially
how it felt before,
yeah,
right?
How it felt before, and now it feels much different.
It feels way freaking different, dude.
Like you should.
Big bump coming up. Oh.
Ooh.
Big bump right here. Must feel this. Okay.
Go ahead.
Right here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh yeah, much
Way
better.
better.
Much better. What?
What?
Much better.
Much better,
Soaks.
dude. Soaks in the bumps, but keeps you planted.
The ideal coilover.
The ideal coilover success, Masa.
Guys, this is Japan, bro. This is why you come to Japan. You get your car work done. Japanese factory is. They know how to do this.
Exactly.
Unlike in the States, these platforms are new to them.
Right.
In Japan, it's actually, we know this car for 20 years. 20 years of knowledge.
So just got to show Uchinaga San the R32 talk a little bit. Super cool. Showed him that we have the Midori sticker on our 32. They were stoked.
that car is that one.
Oh yeah, the toy car. It's sick.
Modified magazine.
Literally, I've just been sitting here talking to Uchinaga San and his wife here about my GTR, and we're currently going over plans for the R34 now, and looking at their entire collection of stuff. This is so cool. So this is their demo car, yeah?
Yeah, demo car. They still have it to this day, but it's actually under the restore.
Nice.
Right now, they're gonna restore it to OEM spec.
Wow.
To make it, this is like a really like a track focus spec back in the day, but they want to make it so that it's more street spec.
Nice.
I think
we're gonna do this, guys. Not right now, but. Alright, we're ending our day here at Midori. Arigatou gozaimasu. Mata getsuyobi. Bye bye. Arigatou gozaimasu. Always an amazing time coming here to Midori Seibi. We have so many cool plans with them for the future. Gonna be awesome. We're actually gonna go grab dinner with Uchinaga San and his wife on Monday. It's gonna be cool.
Yes.
Like a going away dinner. It'll be nice. Monday, getsuyobi. Okay, mata getsuyobi. Hi, bye bye. Arigato. Man, literally the greatest people ever. We literally talked about all of his accomplishments, what he's kind of like discovered in like the tuning world, and what he has created for tuning GTRs and his competitions with like mines and all these different. There's just so much information. I wish that I could just like be on record at all times so you guys could hear this, but very, very awesome day at Midori Seibi. We are gonna head to dinner with one of my good friends here that I haven't seen in a very long time, and actually go down to Tokyo and show you guys some like touristy Tokyo things that I've never actually done when I've been here, because all I do is car stuff. So we're actually gonna go see Tokyo Tower tonight. It's gonna be really cool, and I figured I'd just take you guys along a little mini adventure.
Excited to take a train?
Monster, you ready to go on a little adventure? Sorry, I don't have a mic on my camera, so I'm sure the audio is pretty bad, but taking you guys along for the train, and we're gonna go see Tokyo Tower tonight, meet up with one of my good friends. Sherry's one of my good friends. We're meeting up with her and a friend tonight. We're gonna go see Tokyo Tower.
Yes.
Here he is. It's huge. So sick. It is 1:15 in the morning, but we have finally made it to the Airbnb. Can't get over how sick this spot is. I absolutely love it. GTR is parked safe and sound. Gate is locked. Tonight was fantastic. So much fun. It's great seeing Sherry. I think Masa might have found himself a little girlfriend. So she used to work at Top Rank, and she was basically my Masa for the first ever time that I came to Japan, which is really cool. It's really good to see her again and make some new friends and see Tokyo Tower. Really good catching up and seeing everything that she's doing, but I'm exhausted, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I still have to edit. Literally nothing else I'd rather be doing in this entire world. So thank you guys very much for watching all these videos and just supporting me and everything. It's amazing, and I really do appreciate it. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying everything, and I hope you continue to enjoy the rest of our adventures while I'm here. If you guys have not already, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one. Peace out.